Hey everyone, John here from All Miniatures Great and Small. This is just a really quick what's on the table update for the channel, just kind of what I'm working on, what I'm painting and building. I've got 3 different game systems here. I've got some 40K, Age of Sigmar, and Team Yankee. We'll talk about the 40K first. These are some of the models from the Shadow Spear. Is that right, Jay? Shadow Spear?
I think so.
Yeah, Shadow Spear box. Some new Primaris. I love the Primaris aesthetic, and I love the new models for the most part. So the Shadow Spear added some new types of Primaris units, suppressors, infiltrators, and eliminators. Basically, a lot of more scouty, stealthy type models. So I've been adding these. I want to paint them up so we can get a battle report showing off some of those models sooner rather than later. So they kind of bumped up in priority. But you see here I've got these 3 snipers. I think they're eliminators. I played one test game with them just to check out the rules, and I think they did pretty well. Jake kind of ignored them, so they managed to survive. But they did some work. The suppressors have these auto guns, and these models came with a flying stand, and they just looked a little too derpy on the flying stand. So I tried to raise them up with cork a little bit and just glued them on kind of the edges there so you can see them flying, or just stepping over this height to give them a little bit more height. The way we play, no one's going to freak out if they're not the exact height of the model on the flight stand. Some people would say modeling for advantage, modeling for disadvantage. I don't care, it's just they look stupid on the flight stand. So I've got actually 2 sets of these, so I'll have 6. I'm excited in the game because they give the Primaris Marines some decent range. That cannon is, I think it's 48 inches, strength 7, flat 2 damage, 2 shots each. It's heavy though, so even though these guys can jump around 12 inches, once they find a good spot they're going to stay and kind of unleash. So I'm kind of hopeful there. Neither one of these I think are very super competitive choices, but then again I don't really play competitive. I like themed, and I think it'll definitely go into my themed Primaris Ultramarine Force. Then I've got Age of Sigmar, which I've been working on and off the last couple of months. This is part of my next bump in our slow grow. These guys at 750, and I think he's going to show up in my either 1000 or 1250 list. And basically I went with pretty much out of the book Hammers of Sigmar kind of paint scheme with these guys. These ones aren't finished. Obviously I have the base to do. I need highlighting and all that stuff. And these guys, I actually did some conversion work. I took some swords from the Evocators box set and put them on the Sequitors so that I could have sword and shield Sequitors. So these guys normally had hammers, and I just clipped them off and glued them on, and I think they came out pretty well. If I didn't know, I would never be able to tell. So those I'm working on. And then we have a Lord Arcanum on a Griff Hound, or Griff Charger, or whatever it's called. A big flying bird with no wings. So that's pretty cool. I'm looking forward to getting him out there. He's got nice big talons. Hopefully we'll be able to show the Deepkin or the Night Haunts a thing or two. And then last but not least, I busted these out and started working on these kind of in between. This is a US Marine Corps M60. I was getting the base green in place with some highlighting before I went in and tried to do the camo. So the camo is the next step on these guys. Really love the M60. It's such a cool looking tank, kind of brutal, but still has the curves and looks pretty cool. So there you go. Alright guys, so that is a quick look at what's on the painting table this week. I'll try to post some more of these on Facebook as well, so you guys can kind of keep track of what we're working on. Please let us know down in the comments below what you guys think. What are you guys working on? Is there something you think we should be looking at or are putting up higher in the queue, let me know. Please always like and subscribe if you like what you see, and check us out at Facebook at All Miniatures Great and Small. As always, thanks for watching, and keep on wargaming.